What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Well, what do you guys know? It's a Titan event, as we predicted. It's a little bit of a surprise on my part. I did not expect this to be part of the Titan event. I would say I'm a little bit disappointed, but let's jump in and explore what this Titan event is all about. So, there's going to be a Titan event here starting April 17th going to May 6th. So as expected, it's going to span the duration between the Dream Song fusion and between the Vault Keeper fusion. So at least we know what the next fusion is going to be. There's going to be a maximum of 2,000 web points, and you only need 1,750 web points. It's going to be a soul for the mythical champion, Lady Mikage. And yeah, I mean, there it is. It's not something that I was expecting because I wasn't expecting a soul, and it's kind of random that it's kind of Mikage. I was expecting like a champion, but some people might be really excited about this event. But personally speaking, a 4-star soul. So there's a couple things here that are standing out to me. There's a 4-star soul, first of all, which is not like super good for Mikage because Mikage really wants the extra accuracy from the 5-star. So a 4-star soul doesn't really give her that much benefit unless you're saving up for the 5-star for Mikage, which is totally worth it. But it's a pretty big investment for the 5-star. So if you don't have the resources, then it's going to be a long grind. And it's a 1, 2, 3, 4. So at least you can pick up the 1, 2, 3 along the way and skip the 4. It's also 1,750 in terms of total points. They allow us 2,000 total points are available, so we're allowed to miss 250 of them. But this increased total here, paired with the only 4-star version of the soul, makes this slightly undesirable, to be honest. Personally, I use Mikage a lot. I love Mikage. I'm sitting on a 2-star Mikage, and definitely a 4-star would be helpful for her. You would gain obviously some defense, and then you would gain some HP and crit damage. Like I said, the 4-star is not super impactful for a support champion. The crit damage not that important, and 1,000 HP not that important. You really want the 5-star here for the extra resistance and accuracy, and of course the chance increases for sheep if you're using it for PvP, for example. The interesting choice that they chose Mikage as the Titan event reward. Personally, I'm not sure what I feel about this. Like, going for this feels like it's not worth it, to be honest. We all know that Titan events are going to be really expensive. There's going to be at least 2 summoning events going on for this event in the next 3 weeks. We can have a look at the calendar here. I pulled it up, and yes, they did update this just now. So we're going to start off here with the Fire Knight. It's going to be turn attack Fire Knight. There's going to be a Dungeon Diver tomorrow. So if you have extra energy, try to hold off for tomorrow's Dungeon Divers. And then, of course, we're going to have a summon event here. There's going to be points here, a ham, big book, and then little book. So it's going to be probably a pretty deep summon rush. Unfortunately, it's not a champion chase, which I was hoping it was going to be, so that we can capitalize on the Adlin case, so that we can pull Adlin and then get some extra points. So you see here, Plarium mixed it up. It should have been a champion chase, but instead of a champion chase, it's going to be a summon rush. So a little bit disappointing here. So in general, like, this is kind of like a disappointing set of events that I'm seeing here. Definitely not something I was thinking about. Like, I knew there was going to be a Titan event, but I was hoping the Titan event would be something a little bit more generous. And then obviously I was expecting a champion chase, which probably should have happened 90% of the time, but instead we're getting a summon rush, which sucks big time. And then we got spider turn attack right after the Fire Knight, and then we got dragon turn attack right after the spider. Classic arena takedown, and then we have training event here. I noticed that sometimes they put the rewards here, and then they fill out the rest of the rewards after. So this happened with the Sand Devil one, for example. They only showed the Immortal Soulstone, and then they added the Prism Crystal afterwards. We also know that there's probably no more Prism Crystal events. So there was only going to be the Sand Devil Prism Crystal event. Doesn't look like there's going to be any more. But yeah, they're only giving us a couple events to start off the Titan event. So make sure if you guys are going to go into the Fire Knight, wait 1 day so that you at least can double dip into the Dungeon Divers. In terms of who should go for this Titan event, obviously anyone that owns Lady Mikage would benefit from a 4-star Lady Mikage soul. However, getting the 1-star soul for her is actually already a pretty big benefit, because you already pick up 7,500, well 10,500 for mythical champions just for the 1-star soul for Kage. It's actually kind of worth it. Like, she is attack based, so you get some extra attack, but it's not a big deal. So personally, if you were to go for this Titan event, and let's say you had no blessings on your Mikage, I would either go for the 1 and then take a break and call it a day, or go for the 3. The 3 would give you the extra ability on your blessing, as well as 600 defense. Obviously, in addition to all these other stats. Oh, sorry, 750 defense, because it's a mythical champion. I don't think I would go for the 4-star. Personally, I think it's a little bit overpriced. So 1,200 for a 3-star. You get a Lego book, you get some dust, you get an Immortal Stone, you get a Void Shard. I think is pretty okay. Up here, you get the big book, you get the red shard, and then like a bunch of kind of nothing. 5-star chicken, XP barrel, 50, like 150 multi-battles. I mean, come on. Like at the milestone 5. I don't know. And then the 4-star Mikage soul, like it doesn't really give you that much benefit. The 4-star Mikage soul, unless you're planning to go for 5-star. I don't know how your Lady Mikage fits in your blessing queue, but there's only so many 5 and 6 stars you can make in a year grinding, unless you're a spender. Then you got the resources to go for the 5-star, of course. But this 4-star is not looking really good to me right now. So back into the calendar here, I was saying at least 2 summon events. So we have a summon event this weekend for the Titan points, and then we probably have another summon event on Friday. That leaves us with a possible 3rd summon event before the Titan event is over. So obviously with these summon events, there's going to be a huge amount of web points associated with them. So skipping them would be really detrimental to you completing the Titan event. And since we require 1,750 points out of 2,000, we don't really get to skip any more points, but we need to accumulate more points. This is Plarium basically inflating the costs of these Titan events, because if you recall previously, this is 1,500 for the top milestone, and they had an allowable 1,750. So this event, they definitely jacked up the price. They didn't give us more leeway. So for example, if they gave us 2,250 available points, but we only had to get 1,750, that gives us 500 allowable to miss. They didn't give us more allowable points to miss, but they increased the amount of points that we need to get. And they didn't actually give us that much more to shoot for. If this was a 5-star, I think this was a no-brainer to go for this. But a 4-star, I don't think is that important for Mikage unless you're using it to step into the 5. So for me personally, I'm leaning towards a skip. I think most people would lean for a skip. And if I would offer some advice, I would say go for the 1-star. And if you are a little bit more active, then go for the 3-star, which gives you some extra defense, and skip out on the 4-star. So anyways, guys, that's going to be it. That's a quick news drop here for the Titan event. A little bit disappointed, a little bit surprised on my end. Personally, I'm not super pumped about the 4-star being the grand reward. I'm not super pumped about the inflation. Not super pumped about Mikage soul in this format, to be honest. I don't think it's going to pump up the general population, because I don't think most people probably don't have her. So I don't think it's going to pump everybody up to try to go for her. But anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Are you guys excited? Are you guys going to go for it? Yeah, let me know your plans. And we'll keep an eye on this as we go along. But looking like a skip to me. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys. See you guys in the next video.